My eyes are so dry right now.
I haven't blinked in 3 days.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that they blinked and
Winners.
we won. Oh man, they should make a movie after us.
They should.
The Longest Stare is what they'll call it.
3 straight days of a staring contest.
Well, let's stare at our silver URL and DNS badge. Wow, that's a great badge.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Justice, and we're jumping away into it. Shift
Question 1.
into it.
What is DNS?
What is DNS?
Yes.
It's a concept, right? So, get your concept mojo going. It's a giant, it's kind of like a giant phone book. The old phone book, it had people's names like Jaco and phone numbers. I'm not going to say your phone number.
Thank you. I don't want to get a bunch of texts.
But instead of names and phone numbers, it's for domain names, right? Like google.com and IP addresses, which are, we'll learn more about later.
Yes, we will. Question 2. What does DNS stand for?
The DNS stands for the Domain Name Server. Yeah, so instead of a book, instead of you having to open up a book and figure out, which IP address is Google, there's just a server, a computer that kind of handles that, translation.
Awesome. Sounds fun.
So fun.
Question 3. What does a domain name look like?
Yeah, so let's pull up a URL, right? Look at this URL. We got the http:// we got a www, but the domain name portion is just this google.com, right? That's the domain name. It's google.com.
Question 4. What does an IP address look like?
Okay, well, an IP address is just a set of numbers, and honestly, more recently, they're kind of expanding IP addresses to include letters, but they're always also separated by dots or periods. So, an IP address might look like 172.217.11.174. That's an IP address.
Alrighty, question 5. What does the DNS do?
Yeah, so like we talked about. So what is that DNS doing, right? Well, if we go to google.com, it's looking through and it's matching up google.com to 172.217.11.174. Yeah, it's matching those up so we don't have to know the IP addresses and make them hard to remember.
Question 6. If I'm using the internet, does my device have an IP address?
Does my device? My device does. Does yours?
Mine does too.
Yeah, pretty much. The answer is yeah. Every internet connected device has some sort of IP address. That's how the internet works. How does a website come from one server to my device? Well, it sends it to my IP address.
Question 7. Do websites/servers have IP addresses?
Heck yes, they do. Just like my device, that website or that server has an IP address as well. Yeah, and every website and every server has a different or unique IP address, and that's how it works.
It's like their fingerprint.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to think of it. Or it's like when you live in a house and you have an address.
Right.
You can't pretend in your city that there was 10 people with the same address.
How would you know?
You wouldn't know how to send mail there. Everybody would be showing up at somebody's house being like, yeah, my GPS took me here.
I'm getting Bert's mail left and right.
Dang it, Bert.
Question 8.
I'm Ernie.
How can I find my IP address?
IP
address.
You can find your IP address. It's a cool little hack skis. You can go to Google and you can search what is my IP, and sure enough, it's gonna pop skis up and you're gonna see your IP address, and then you'll know that's your IP address.
I can't wait to do that right now, and we can because we passed.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna go do that right now while you guys go along and take your quizzes.
I hope you pass. I hope you flush all of those questions down the toilet. Flush them down. You got this.
We'll see you on Gold.
Gold. We are marching to gold. I'm Justice.
And I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you over the rainbow, you big nerds.